You better get those feet tapping, fingers snapping, all hands clapping. Buckle up, gobble some podcorn. It's the Mickle Pod and Pickle with Mickle. And here we go. Warning. This episode contains explicit language and may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 18. Please take caution. You have been warned. You've been warned. We may proceed, sir. Reflecting on a wonderful weekend of sports, championship dreams, staying alive in the garden, a major champion crowned, another triple crown, the running of the second leg of the triple crown. Yes, that happened. In case you missed it, that was on Saturday. There was a huge boxing match too. It was a big weekend in the sportsverse. In case you were wondering, it is Monday, and ain't no case of the Mondays round here. As a dog rescuer who right now knows that Maverick is right in front of me, let me say it's National Dog Rescue Day. This day takes precedence of all the other days that might also be today, unless maybe it's your birthday or a special anniversary. All right, there's the caveat. If you can, rescue a dog. If I've mentioned it before, good. Repetition is good. I need to repeatedly work on my backhand dink. For example, it's Pop-Up City. The Knicks lost. This will be repeated. Back to the Preakness Stakes before we cover everything else at stake on this Monday. And there is a lot to get to from the weekend. I cannot be the only one that has noticed the lack of promotion for these horse races lately. I mean, it's the Triple Crown for shit's sake. I usually tune in. I like watching major sporting events. I like watching the Triple Crown horse races, the major horse races. A lot of it, I do believe, is the advent of the streams and screens. I know the streams are loaded with ads now. It just seems I missed. Probably just me. You just don't turn on the tube anymore and surf channels and get bombarded with the commercials and the promos for the race. It was Game 7. It was in the Garden that Knicks lost. Anywho, back to matters at hand. And this past weekend, there was the Preakness, and there will be no Triple Crown winner this year. As sees the Preakness, and in other kingly sports, there is now a unified, undisputed 4-belt boxing champion. I did not know Fury was fighting. Now I know the rematch is set for October 12th. Alexander Usyk grabbed a split decision, and he nabbed all 4 belts. He is the first, get ready, undisputed champion in the era of 4 belts. I have way too many belts, truth. A lot of guys have shoes. Somehow I have belts. Probably just collected them through the years, never throwing them away. Damn it. Pack Rat Day was last week. I guess I need more shoes. Maybe. Nevertheless, let us not get distracted. I still have a lot of ties, and in case you missed it, there was no tie in Game 7 in the Garden. The Knicks lost. Would getting arrested heading into the second round of a major championship distract you? Heading into Sunday's final round at Valhalla, Scotty knew he was 8 shots back, and nobody knew and still doesn't know why there is no body cam footage, was no body cam turned on at Friday's incident. Are you fucking kidding me? In this day and age, 2024, the great US of A, the officer's body cam was not activated. Let me be reckless. What is the fallout? Great show, by the way. On him, this officer in all of this, the arresting officer for not following procedure, protocol. Remember, we're being reckless, and I quote, procedures further state that officers, here's the quote, will immediately activate their BWC in recording mode prior to engaging in all law enforcement activities or encounters. BWC is body-worn camera. Keep up with the acronyms. That was a sniping of a snippet from ESPN, their formal copy of the SOP for BWC, section 4.31.6, revised in 2022. Hey, all props to the LMPD and their police spokesman, public information officer, running the playbook perfectly, leaving us with, and I'm going to quote again, what we have shared with you is what is available at the time. Brilliant! I mean, Scheffler still managed to limp home with a top 10 at the PGA Championship, albeit all the distractions, going to jail, all the fun stuff. I will talk about the champion of the tournament. And, well, a day after a major final, we're going to spend a little time on the course. We will spend some time on the courts, quick skate over the ice, too. We need to be mentally ready. Mentally ready. Only 4 weeks until the season 4 premiere of The Boys drops on Prime. You got to get ready. It's time for me to drop this on you. The Mickle Pod and Pickle with Mickle is all new, twice a week, all major podcast apps. Earbuds in, popcorn ready, it's back to the show. He could only watch hope for a playoff, something we learned. Xander XXX steady Schauffele wanted no part of. Quick time out. Anyone watching the end of the telecast, was that the first time Amanda, what's her name, ever had an opportunity to do the trophy transition or just a live? She was off her game, I think. At any rate, he watching, hoping to get that playoff, hoping to win another major and get in the general with that big trophy. He, being Bryson DeChambeau, who, give the devil his due, pumped up the crowd Sunday, played that golden fiddle, and bowed his head when he knew that he'd been beat. Yes, there will be no victory laps in the general unless they let Xander borrow it, which of course brings up, will the Shark swim after Schauffele? Let's give Xander his due. Let's let that marinate. He's now a major champion, capturing the 106th PGA Championship, played, yes, at Valhalla. As he got going Sunday, he got going. He looked focused. He had Bryson and Hovland, my guy, Victor Hovland again, crumble city. They were just up ahead. They were making noise. Xander stayed steady. I like this triple X steady Schauffele guy. He had to. He had to early because that's when the other guys, that's when they were getting close. Around the front 9, things were looking like it could be really fun. Look really close. Look closer. Xander went 31 on the front. And then he had to do it. And he did. He overcame himself right away after what could have been shit city. Major dreams washed away on 10, going for that hero bunker shot. I mean, he clipped it. I mean, you could see the headlines were being written. The guys in the booth were writing eulogies, for Christ's sake. He takes the bogey, goes birdie after, and it was par all the way to 18. Steady. He had the lead. He knew he had the lead. There's leaderboards the size of the thing in Jerry World all over the place. He was in control as most of the other guys started to flail. He got to play with Morikawa, who, no stress, he could never get it going. And it was clear, absolutely, for Xander, what he needed to do when he got to 18, what he had done all week, birdie it. He did it. 21 under. Big congrats to Xander Schauffele, now a major champion. And he wins with the lowest total record in a major at 21 under. He wins it wire to wire. Plus, he's got 2 of the lowest single round records in majors. So getting that monkey off his back, this is going to be huge for this guy. He just might win another this year, maybe. The PGA needs to keep him around. They need to get all the BS in the periphery settled. Now, I've been critical of Xander. He's won on tour before. He's always had the talent. How could he not get that major? Of course, it's easy for me to criticize. That's why it's fun. for me to do this kind of stuff. It's also very fun to say, hey, Knick fans, what the fuck? It's not easy to win a major championship in golf. Now Xander has one. I said it again. Remember, repetition. This might give a guy like Xander. All these guys are uber competitive. You can pick your sport. Can he keep that extra clarity he found in winning this PGA Championship in situations that used to get cloudy for him? And we might see him be a multiple major winner. Of course, the chances are he might just get this one. Again, easy for me to say. I just put him in a different class than the Beamers and McKeels. You know those guys who have won. How about those 54 Tour guys? They all pile in the general. We'll see them again at Pinehurst for the U.S. Open. Good showing by DeChambeau, representing 54 Tour. For Xander, X out, my man. You are the 2024 PGA champion, and it's just a heartfelt congratulations. Let's take a break. We're going to head back to Hotlanta. Oh, yeah, baby. We getting busy with it.
It's always beard season. Beard up with Valhalla Beard and Body. The finest handcrafted balms and soaps. You'll love how that beard looks, how you feel. And hey guys, she'll notice too. Use promo code MIC15 at ValhallaBeardandBody.net.
We are not all the same. The Havik series from Mavericks Pickleball. Swing different. MavericksPickleball.com. Hey, I am stoked to be getting my new Havik Pro and All Pro today. If not tomorrow, they are coming. Also super stoked for league play at Center Court Pickleball. I know they're good players at Center Court. Big reason to join, to get in, always have great competitive play. I'm going to be in this 3.5 to 3.9 league. Should be good for me. Going to give me a solid floor to build my game on now. Speaking of the game building, heading into the weekend in Atlanta, the matchups on the board we know look compelling. And did they ever deliver us into a fantastic, a pickle-tastic championship Sunday? Where should we start? I'll start right with the singles. Ben Johns, Pickleball Fed. I wanted this matchup. You wanted this matchup. I will. I'll take this rivalry. I don't mind seeing it. We need consistent rivalries in pickleball to draw in more fans, especially if they want this thing to translate to TV. All the talk about the Johns brothers in doubles. Look, in singles, just in the game in general. This is Ben Johns. He's still a force. He showed it again against Stocksrud. Now jump back Saturday to those semifinal matches. Tyson Terry McGuffin looks to be getting back into form. You can see him grinding, getting closer. You know, he's been out there for a long time on the tour. He's built himself around pickleball too off the court. Some of these big names have a lot of off-court things that, you know, take up some of their time. They're still grinding to deliver on the court. Plus, I think there was an injury that might have been a little undersold. It was just, might have been more than was let on. Hey, I want to see Tyson. I want to see Ben Johns out there. I want to see them to continue. I want to see the old guard, right, continue to battle with these newer faces coming up the ranks. Let's stay in the singles lane. Did you see Annalie Whiplash Waters just dispatch? Is that a fair word? That's a kind word. What she did to Leah Jansen, whatever. How about the final with Paris Todd? What a doozy. Thriller. We need this more. Paris Todd played a lot APP. We're seeing her. She's playing MLP, of course. More PPA, I hope. Great to see people that can come up and challenge Annalie, right? It was an incredible match. Whiplash still gets the victory. Annalie's the best. She trains hard. She is prime time. There are women who can push her. There are women who can beat her. We've not seen a lot, hardly ever. Remember when we did? That's why when Hurricane Tyra got her, and when she's been got, it's great. Because what's going to be great is how she handles it, right? She's building this mythical run, like that old wrestler, the Bear, until he finally got beat, right? You're always like, who's going to beat her? Can she get beat? And I like to say,
You must beat the champ. Right now when she plays, she wins. And trust me, she's competitive. She wants to beat you. I think she's got some inner rivals, Jason. It will be nice. It'd be nice to hear a presser from her post-loss as opposed to this Disney stuff we get all the time lately. Because again, when you just win all the time, what are you going to say? I mean, what else are you going to say? She could say a little more. Is she going to be at center court pickleball? Where is she moving out here in the Valley? Did they get that house? Like, let's not spoke out on that part, right? I did not hear much from the Johns bros after they lost to Wright and Stacksrud. Did I happen to hear that I said they could muck it up? I don't know why I'm going my Fleming boys. Who cares? 5-3, it was a pickle drubbing with extra brine. And so what is, the deal with the Johns brothers on the doubles, right? There's murmurs. Murmurs they might split. Is it because of the paddle thing? Maybe they should try out Mavericks, right? Maybe they should try Havik Pro. Who knows? Could be big murmurs in the pickle world. Let's just start throwing pebbles. Let's just start dropping little pickle bombs everywhere. Ooh, I don't think we could. Are you even allowed to say that in jest? D. Frazier, J.W. Johnson, no splitting them up. Tardio and Diascu were in the mix again. They went down at the next tourney. Are we going to see new mixes of pairings or some consistency? Right? The mixing up frustrates me. You're not going to see D-Frage and J-Dub mix up. I think Tardio Diascu are going to continue to play, and they've shown they can win. In the men's doubles, you got some serious rivalries building, great action. J-Dub Dillon, hey, that's a force. Annalee, CP, Toiler Alert, Annalee, Triple Crown. So, yes, mixed with Ben, doubles with CP. They were tested a bit this time around in the final, which goes back to that mixed doubles. What about a mixed league or design mixed open play at center court, something like that? Trick it up a little bit. That could kind of be fun. Again, I digress. Just thinking. Annalee, Ben, they won. They cruised in the semis. They got pickled in the final 11-0. And then they closed it out 11-3 against Jimmy and Bright, right? Brightovich. And I know Anna Bright's going to stay with Rachel in doubles, I hope. The action on tour, we're seeing these new players continue to advance up the draw. Soon more going to break through and win. And I know we're going to start to have these compelling rivalries that selfishly I want, and I can't be the only one. When you're a fan of sport, that's what you want. We're starting to see it. If it's going to be Fed and Ben Johns for a little while, great. Who else? Who can be that third? Maybe that fourth? Who can on the doubles? Consistency. Right? Especially as we start to see these other teams get more comfortable with each other, play more with each other. These rivalries can last over the next few years. It's going to be good. PPA going to take a little break. Be back in Dallas for the CIBC Texas Open, which is also a UPA event. This is where I go nuts. There are like 3 titles or titles you're chasing, right? Rolled into one event. Is it a slam, UPA Open, a cup? Make it simpler. Maybe not have amateur events the same time as the pro events. Maybe set that aside in a different way. Make it more exclusive to be on the tours. How many cards are handed out, right? How do you get that card? How do you keep the card? I've got ideas. I'm not the only one. I listen when I can to people. And those people who might be able to make a difference, yet who are the people? Repetition, I will repeat. Seems there's a big money bag that a few people get to play with, make decisions. Who are those people? They might not be the people you think or the people whose names we always hear. Who? Which governing bodies are governing this sport? Down to the rec level even, okay, fine. Because we want better amateur tournaments, better scoring systems and ratings. If I've got a UTERP, can I have a duper? I have a duper. I entered my awesome 93 into the GIN. It's got the course, the tees I play, etc. It tells me my handicap, how's it going to adjust. And that regulates my ability to enter Arizona Golf events, USGA events. So I think we got to fix this a little bit for pickling, especially for amateurs. I think we got to fix it for folks who aspire, are good enough to start entering in that pro level or even playing at the pro level, because you hear them feeling there's a little jobbing going on. You'll never fix sandbaggers. Karma will take care of that. Karma is the bitch. I know on any given weekend, There are a lot of ways now you can play pickleball, indoor, outdoor, a lot of pickle places, a lot of ways you can watch pickleball now too. These are all great things. And the resurrection, the rise of the sport, still happening. They're still going to figure it out. Buckle up. Enjoy the ride. Get out and play some pickle. I try to keep my head on a swivel. Try to bring you these little delightful morsels each week. And of course, what I really like is interviews and my interview series, my amazing Pickle with Mickle interview series. Just got to tell you, I've got a few in the hopper, the funnel filling up. These are players, pickle people from amazing organizations that has seen pickleball even drive their organization and their reach further, which is just incredible. Pickle apparel, and of course, pickle places. You got to stay with me right here. Always, my journey to 4.0 is still underway. After this break, we're going to close out the start of your work week, mine too, with a look at the NBA, the Knicks lost, NHL landscape. There's hope for Beantown. There's still hope for New York.
You're listening to the Mickle Pod. Why wouldn't you be? Now back to the show.
Let me jump right into the fire. Are Knicks fans getting soft? Waiting 25 years for Game 7 at the Garden. You get deja vu all over again. Pacers in town. You lose. I mean, it wasn't even close. Team not at full strength. Brunson hand goes out. Are the fans giving a pass? This great season speak. How soon until we're calling for Thibodeau, for Tibbs, his head, get him out of there. This is the reason players are getting hurt. They can't last a whole season. Whoa, 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 whoa. Follow the players, trolls. I'll say it. I said it again. Because New York and Boston are good for sports when the fans get riled up, when the teams are good. Brunson and the Knicks, not satisfied. They don't call this a winning season. They don't call this good for where we got. And good. They shouldn't be. And they should be embarrassed to go out like that on their home floor. This is not about the head coach and the talking heads, the people you listen to, are already calling for Tibbs' head, right? They list the injuries. They talk about this and that, and it's always been a thing with him. Yet players like playing for him. And he takes them right to where they need to go. The season's pretty damn long, right? There's a result of injuries. Is playing an 82-game season. Cut that thing down a little bit and see how they go. The other thing, too, is these are all NBA players. The whole team is NBA players, right? So they got to regroup. Now it's about next year. You must beat the champs. Little segue right there. I didn't think they were ready yet. Even after the 2 road wins, I didn't think they were ready. It's good to see the NBA. You still have to earn it, right? In these big sports, you got to earn it. You just don't come in, big young buck, and go win it all. You got to earn it. I say these Wolves, they've earned it. They show resolve. They play like a team. They've got some superstars. Any mantra you want to apply. How about Naz Reid applying the minutes that mattered? Give me the Wolves over Celtics in 6 right now. Boom. There goes your freaking dynamite. Game 7, Canucks, Oilers. Winner gets Dallas, New York. Another playoff game in the Garden. Did you know they use Knicks tears to start the freeze for the Rangers? That's New Yorkers working together. And I'm just getting warmed up. Good thing I don't have a flamethrower. It's a good thing to stay safe out there and stay hydrated. I'll see all y'all next time, right here